everything, you end up putting a lot of pressure on yourself. And I was just finding that it was just really messing with my psychology. So it just hasn't been something that I wanted to prioritize. I'm really, really happy over the last couple months. Like, I've managed to create a bit of a community in the Discord, and the guys and girls are amazing in there. So I've just been more focusing on just the close community rather than just constantly trying to push myself on TikTok, because it can be a bit of a toxic place. But guys, I think yes. Okay, so I'm live on YouTube if you want to see my full charts, because I want to break down the trade that I've taken today. I want to talk to you guys a little bit as well about the challenge that I'm doing in my Discord. Let me know if I've got any traders on here. Good morning, Warren. Someone is trying to join my live, and I'm just gonna get rid of that. But yeah, I feel a bit rusty, to be honest, because it's been a while. But yes, so I'm live on YouTube, and I'm going to talk through my trade that I took this morning. It was really interesting, actually. James, the trade that we both took yesterday, which was pretty much exactly the same trade, but we have a completely different strategy, which was really interesting to see. I have moved to futures. I am still trading Forex, but I have started my futures journey, so I'm really enjoying it. I've had a really good start. But yeah, over the last few weeks, I feel like I've been trying to focus more on my mindset when it comes to trading, because I was finding that the pressure was definitely getting a little bit too much. So guys, just if you're new here, I am trading gold on futures, and I'm trading gold against the US dollar on Forex. So if you want to come and see the actual charts, come over to YouTube. My link is in my bio, or you can just type in Doey Trades and it should come up. So this morning, let me just talk you guys. I'm gonna actually get up the thing that I actually posted into the Discord, because it looks a little bit different now. So this was the trade that I took, and it was pretty much like a very clear breakout trade. It didn't have too much of a bottom wick, but it still had a bottom wick, so I still counted that, and it gave me a really, really nice retest. And to be honest, every time I see this kind of setup and it manages to flip down after pushing up so much, they're very high probability setups, but you have to be aware of everything that's going on around as well. So obviously market structure, I was very bearish this morning. The overall trend still bullish, but it doesn't mean that gold can't pull back. And I think there's still some room to pull back, because at the moment, like I said, I'm very bearish in gold. So higher time frames were completely, lining up to what I was wanting to do. It broke out here. I'm just zooming in. You see it's like a clear breakout. And like I said, this is super, super textbook setup. It kind of pushed up here, and it was a good 5 to 10 minutes into this candle before it actually started to flip. So that's where I took my trade. I should have bought stocks to break even and let it run a little bit, but I actually just closed it. It was a $1,000 trade on a 100k account. On my other account, which is a 10k account, I think the profit was here 120, which is bigger than my usual scalping trades. So yeah. Let me just read through the comments, guys. Thank you so much for following as well. I really appreciate it. Just don't forget to double tap the screen for me. Morning, William. Uptrend. Yeah, so overall, I still believe that gold is in an uptrend. Let's get rid of that. but it doesn't mean that there are no pullbacks. Okay, so by the next dip, are you in a trade right now? There's no opportunities for me right now. I'll talk you through what I'm waiting for in a second. Actually, let's have a little look. Okay, still nothing really. Guys, on TikTok, I have got my charts up on YouTube, so you're probably thinking, what am I even talking about? But I've got my full charts up here. So probably looking for a break above this area here. But like I said, you can clearly see it is it's following this downtrend. So yeah. Are you on buys or sells? I took a sell this morning. And it was literally from, I don't know, 12. It was a 60 pip move this morning from the scalp that I did. So 20 pips stop loss, 60 pips. So a nice risk to reward on that one. What's going on? Morning, Sammy. What firms do you trade with? So I only trade with Alpha Capital Group, and now I've literally just started futures. Thank you for the follows, guys. So YouTube is just Doey Trades. If you do head over there, click the subscribe, because then it will just notify you every time I go live. I'm really going to start trying to trade again in the mornings so that I can start trading live. I feel like I just had a bit of a block because I feel like you have to have your energy in a good place for TikTok. Top Step is the best futures firm. I was using Top Step, but I'm happy with Alpha. It's the same platform as well, so yeah, I'm happy using Alpha. Thanks, James. Yeah, I am definitely learning to ignore it. But do you know what it is? I've just actually really enjoyed just having like our little community, and just focusing on trading, and I feel like I've done quite well. So if you guys are here on YouTube, you can see. Let's have a look. So, don't know why this isn't loading, but I wanted. Why is this not working? Okay, I wanted to show you guys Alpha Futures. I wanted to show you guys okay. I don't know why it's not working, but I wanted to show you guys my progress with futures, because I did say that I was going to take you on the journey with me and let you know how I'm getting on. So I have a 100k account. No, not assessment, account starts. There we go. It's loading now. Yeah, I feel like the Discord is actually just it's the ones who are active. It's really, really nice, because I do feel like we're all at different levels. There's beginners, more advanced, and it's just nice to be able to help each other. Okay, so this is how my trades have gone doing futures so far. So I've only had one red day, but overall we are up, and average loss around 200s. But yeah, I'm just being a lot more pickier with my trades, and I'm going to let you guys know about the challenge that we're doing and why I think it's going to be really good for anyone who takes part in it. But yeah, so we've got less than... My maths is not good. But yeah, we've got less than 2,000 to go before I become funded, so that is really exciting. So this kind of breakout here, to be honest, I could even put my line above this area here. Sorry guys. What's gold trade say? So just for you guys on YouTube, my zones, I did have it here, but obviously if you literally look to the left here, it's like slightly higher. So yeah, it has moved up a lot though. So we can just need to wait for a bit of structure, to be honest, to create around this area before doing anything. But yeah, the trade for pre-London that I caught was really, really nice, but pretty much since then, there's no real opportunity for me when it comes to scalping. So that is my zones here. I don't know if, I think it's Rachel. I don't know as well, everyone is having issues with their trading view at the moment. Oh, not Rachel, Roberta. She had asked a question which I wanted to go through. Let's just see what price does here at the moment. To be honest, even if it broke out here, I would struggle to take it because it's literally moved from this zone to up here, which is like 200 pips. So you got to ask yourself really, what's the probability of it just continuing straight up green without creating a bit of red first? What would be nice is if this broke above, then the next candle printed small body red out of the range, and then I would take a buy on the next candle. Morning, Candies. Charlie, good morning. Or I guess for some of you it won't be morning, but I'm in the UK, so I don't use order blocks. I used to trade a bit, kind of using a few ICC concepts, but I don't really trade like that anymore. I just trade simple price action, so I'm basically just reading candles, candlestick patterns, trend lines, and I base it all around support and resistance, which I know just sounds so basic, but it works for me. And what I'm basically doing, guys, in the Discord channel, I'm doing a 2-week challenge where every single day I'm going to screenshot my starting balance, at the end of the day show you my ending balance, and literally show you every single trade that I take. And the reason why I'm doing this is to hold myself accountable, because it's all well and good me being really good when I come on these lives and, you know, when I post my wins and stuff like that. But what I was finding is that human side of us that we all have, you know, we end up taking the impulsive trades, the FOMO trades, all of that kind of stuff. And that was where I was just really struggling to, you know, stay profitable because of the stuff that I was doing behind the closed doors. So the challenge is that we all literally, it's not about who makes the most, by the way. It's literally about the people who are consistent, follow their own rules, and just stick to it. So, you know, when we say, like, I'm not going to trade for the rest of the day, we actually just don't trade for the rest of the day. I was saying to my guys, like, a no trade day is still a good day, because there's been so many losing days where I shouldn't have taken those trades because I told myself I'm not going to trade and I still traded. So it's just about holding ourselves accountable, and to be honest, it's really showing me who are the real ones in the group who have that confidence. Like I said, it's not about who makes the most money. It's about just showing up and trusting yourself that you are able to hold yourself accountable and stick to your rules. And not very many people are actually doing the challenge, which I think, you know, even if you're not doing the challenge and you're watching everyone else, it will kind of force you to really look at the choices that you're making. And like I said, over the last few weeks, I actually feel really good about my mindset when it comes to trading. But before that, I was really struggling. I was doing these lives and I was doing all right. But then behind closed doors, what I was doing was, because of the pressure and because of like the social media pressure and stuff like that, like I was just FOMO trading really bad. like I just kept getting super emotional and doing trades that I shouldn't be doing, not following my rules at all, over risking, over leveraging all the time. So the challenge now, and also it's really good, like I'm really open with, my trades and stuff. I did find it like really weird at first, like when I first was coming on social media, how everyone was like demanding to see like the money that was the trades and all that stuff. But now it's like I'm happy to do it in my Discord, and it's not about who is making the most. So please understand that I'm not trying to do a competition where everyone's out here trying to beat each other. Anyone who joins me on the 2-week challenge and actually stays consistent, at the end of it, you're going to be in the chance to win a free 50k, either futures or Forex account. So that's just someone who shows up every day, shows the starting balance and the ending balance, so that, we know that you're not taking trades outside of the challenge. And yeah, just showing up every day, even if it is a no trade day, that's still showing up. That's still you choosing, okay, I'm not going to trade today because for whatever reason. That's still a positive day. So the whole point of the challenge is just to actually hold ourselves accountable, come out of our comfort zones, because, like sharing this with other people, like it is daunting, like it does put a bit of pressure on. But I do think, well, it's helped me, because I'm like, I'm going to be showing these guys every day with the trades that I take. I'm going to think twice about entering a trade that I think, I shouldn't be taking. So guys, here on YouTube, we got just over 5 minutes for this candle to close. So I'm not going to stay on here for too long because I'm actually taking my little one swimming, but I want to stay on here until at least 10:30 because I want to see what the next candle prints. Because like I said, if this can then print a small body red and create a bit of support, bit of structure outside of this zone here, we've got some really nice clean range to go in for a buy. But let me just have a look as well on the higher time frames. Okay, so that wasn't a 30-minute breakout. This could be though 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour is looking pretty bullish at the moment. 4 hour. Like overall, obviously that last 4 hour candle closed really strong, but as you can see, like after those big candles, you do get green candles being printed. We've got a big rejection below here. Obviously there is a bit of a key level here on the 4 hour, which is rejected off from. I don't tend to trade too much, like the standard like retail patterns, but to be honest, head and shoulders I do see play out quite a lot. So this is like the neckline here. It could now create another shoulder before coming down a little bit. So like I said, like overall the trend is still bullish, but like these trends they go super steep. But even if it came all the way down to here, I would still consider this as a bullish movement because it's just pulling back. Okay, let's have a little look. But yeah, so I'm not sure if she is actually on here, but I was trying to explain like what I meant by saying like I'm a reactive trader, not a predictor. So I used to trade, prices like, I would trade off order blocks and trade off like just because, it's filling a 15-minute FEG or something like that. Like for me, that's more like predictive trading. Whereas I don't really care what zone it is in, because if it's in a key zone, yes, okay, I take into consideration that it's in a key zone, but I'm not just going to enter the trade just because it's in a key zone. And I I think for me, the way that I trade is like I'm very, very visual. Like I like to see patterns, but I like to read the footprints that it's giving me, and I feel like the candlesticks basically are the footprints. It's telling you the story. Oh, thank you for the gift. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, for the follows. What do you sell what? I'm assuming you mean what do I sell or trade. So in futures I trade gold, Forex, gold against the US dollar. I feel like I will definitely be back doing my lives. I just needed to get like the first one out of the way after having a week off. Let's have a look at the Forex chart. So yeah, pretty similar. But yeah, what we need is a little bit of red. Like well, actually it's pretty much the same. So we are having a bit of a breakout. Morning, KHPY. Have you caught anything today? Yes. So I caught a very, very much textbook setup sell trade. It was a breakout. So if you want to see me break that down, I have got my chart up on YouTube. So I trade gold on futures and gold against US dollar on Forex. Now we've got a bit of a push up. And this is what I mean, like sometimes like you see these kind of moves and then I just kept getting FOMO. This was happening, like I said, the last 2 weeks, and this is why I've been a lot more quieter, because I felt like because I was constantly sharing everything on social media, I had this massive pressure over me. And that was why I needed to have a bit of a break. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what happens next. We've got 2 minutes left of this candle. To be honest, it could just continue going up, and obviously there's not really a lot we can do. I've managed to catch a 60 pip move this morning, so it's not the end of the world. I'm happy with 1 to 3 trades a day. Like 3 trades is the absolute max. Like I feel like 2 trades for me, I'm good with that. If I do start the day with a losing trade, like it just honestly does depend on what my day is looking like. Like if I'm really busy, like I won't stress myself to try and do another trade. And I do feel like it really does help my psychology. Everyone has different tolerances, but for me, when I get a losing trade, like I don't necessarily get super emotional, but I do find that I can sometimes spiral. And obviously at the end of the day, like as traders, we can't get rid of our emotions. Like I see so many traders like you have to trade with no emotion, like you have to get rid of all your emotions. That's not really possible as a human being. Like we can't get rid of our emotions, but what we can do is learn to manage them. Opinion on ICT concepts. I definitely think they work. And we were having this conversation in the Discord yesterday. They definitely work, and it all depends on who you are as a person. So one of the guys who trades in the Discord with me, we literally took pretty much the exact same trade yesterday using 2 completely different strategies. So, he said that he tried to trade trend lines and stuff before, but it never worked for him. Whereas for me, I like to trade things in the most simple form possible. And I'm a very visual person, so I like the concepts of support and resistance rather than looking for FEGs and order blocks and liquidity sweeps and all the rest of it. Like it was just confusing me, even though I understood it and it was working to an extent, but I couldn't. I couldn't wrap it. It just wasn't sinking in for me. And then I basically, this type of trading, like, I learned really, really early on. And I think in trading, we're made to believe, like, it can't be that simple. So that's why I kept looking for all these other strategies, and I kept seeing all these people doing really, really, good, amazing trades. And I kept trying to learn multiple different strategies. And it just gave me information overload, and yeah, that basically was the reason why I just reverted back to the basics, because that's just what worked for me. But yeah, sometimes when I do explain it, compared to like when the guys explain like what they're looking for in the Discord, I feel like it can't be that simple. But it was really cool and really interesting to see. We both caught a really good trade yesterday using exactly the same... No, not using the same strategy though, but literally getting exactly the same trade. So this next candle's obviously opened. If it just continues up, there's honestly no opportunity here for me. What I would need now is for this to print red and actually give me a bit of support. Just so that you guys know, if you're new here, I'm basically a scalp trader, so I need to have a really tight stop loss. Yeah, it's just risky. It would be a really risky move if I got into that trade. Because look at these moves, like when you see these moves, even if it continues down, it does print a bit of the opposing colour before continuing up, so... Yeah, I mean, this is obviously looking like it's going to leave without us, so it is what it is. Do I invest in gold? No, but I want to. I feel like I'm a bit late to the party, in all honesty, but I do think gold will continue going up. I reckon it could hit 4,000 by the end of the year. I wouldn't put it past it. It's moved so much in the last month, just because of all the tariff stuff. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. So I only focus on gold. That was like another thing for me, guys. Like when I've traded for a long time, but at one point I was, trying to trade so many different pairs. Whereas now, I just want to focus on one thing and really get to know how that one pair or commodity moves. So like I said, I've literally just started trading on futures now. So I obviously only trade gold, not gold against the US dollar. Whereas on Forex, it's gold against the US dollar. But yeah, I don't think we've got an opportunity here, guys. It is typical. I feel like whenever I do come on stream, like I either catch a trade before the stream. But yeah, I'm really going to try to focus on coming on live more. So we do want to get the Discord to 200 people. That would be really, really cool. All my links and stuff, or like the YouTube, the Discord, everything's free. That's all in my bio. But yeah, it's left without us. It's fine. But yeah, it is what it is. It broke out a lot. There was, the reason why I wouldn't just take a trade just when it's broken out that much is because, there's nowhere for me to really put a stop loss. The stop loss would, before price, this is clean range, so it could just completely stop dropping all the way back down here. And that's not what I want. We want safe trading, 20 pips stop loss, nice and tight, so, I keep within my risk. Oh, it's Susanna. Hey, Susanna. Oh my gosh. Okay, Susanna, message me. We're going to get a date booked in so that we can actually sit down and get you started with trading. But yeah, the trade has completely left without us, guys. It didn't do what I needed it to do. So this is just like one of those typical trades that you're just like, okay, it is what it is. Like, no FOMO, guys. yeah, obviously it's coming up to this trend line here, so could potentially look at taking a bounce off resistance here. A missed trade is better than a stop loss trade. Absolutely agreed. Thank you so much for following. But yeah, no trade on this live, guys. It's not giving. Still got another 10 minutes. So to be fair, this could actually just flip round. Close small body red, and then we could get a bit of a wick fill trade. So by wick fill, I mean if it creates a really big wick, when there's no real indication of it coming back down, then what I usually find is that price likes to fill those wicks. To be honest, that wasn't a great way to explain it. I learned that from Raja Bank, so you can YouTube him. But yeah, it is what it is. I feel like sometimes when you see these trades, these are really good examples of trades not to take. People are always asking about the breakout trades and, what to look for, what not to do. This was, an ideal, both areas here, it's just still a no, really. That would have been your breakout, and your breakout, I never want my breakout to be more than 20 pips because I want my stop loss to be back in the range. So the fact that it broke out 100 pips, we need some structure, we need some red printed. And again, a lot of people always say, they feel like my strategy is gambling, there is no real confidences, but there's things that protect us. Even though it's a very simple strategy and we're basically just using candlesticks and the different time frames, support and resistance, all the basic things in trading, there's still a lot of things that keep us out of the trade. And I think that's a really good way to look at trading, actually. When you're about to enter a trade, what's the argument of you not entering this trade? And I think sometimes when we think like that, it helps us not just be suddenly impulsive and, just enter a trade. Because I could have just been really impulsive here and just been like, let me just enter a trade. Broke out, retest, flip green. I could have just entered it. But I feel like in 100 trades, okay, you're going to miss a few, but you're going to be saved by a lot. I would say more than as well. So, it's just the way that it works with trading. You're going to miss trades, so you got to get used to it. But yeah, sorry guys, there's not really a lot. Like I said, what I'm waiting for now is probably either a break. If it can break out above this line, above this resistance, it will probably break out of this trend line, which I do trade trend lines, especially breakout trend lines. I don't really trade as much just because it's at trend line. I'll take a reversal, but I like taking the trades once it's broken out of the trend line. So yeah, if it does break above here, but because it's at trend line, it does have a high probability of it coming back down again. I would definitely consider a bounce off resistance as well. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I can't do anything until price reaches these zones. What I found as well over the last couple of weeks is where I've been having a bit of a break from everything and, focusing a little bit more on, having a bit of a less stressful trading life. I found that I don't want to be glued to my screen. So I know now that, I can set an alert on TradingView for when it gets up to this area here. And until there's just nothing that I can do. So yeah, it's just a bit of a waiting game. But yeah, guys, what day is it tomorrow? It's Thursday. I will probably try and do a stream tomorrow. I'm not really going to commit to like certain times anymore because I feel like that was also putting a lot of pressure on me. For those of you who don't know me, like I do have a little one, so it's kind of like around, if she needs, whenever she kind of needs me really. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a stream tomorrow, but I might actually stream New York Open. Because I am doing a call with my traders in the morning, so I probably won't have time to do it in the morning. But yeah, I will definitely be doing more of these, and hopefully, you can start actually seeing the strategy in real time live action. So if you guys do want to start, actually seeing full charts, just go over to YouTube, subscribe. It's just Doey Trades. All this, I've just changed all of my platforms to the same name, so it's just easier. Just Doey Trades, and yeah. But yeah, I think we're probably just gonna call it a day, really, guys, because there's not really a lot I can do until it just creates a bit more structure now. Yeah. But yeah, also, anyone who wants to join the free Discord, that link is in my bio. And we're doing a really exciting challenge at the moment where I am literally showing you guys every single trade that I take, my starting balance, my ending balance at beginning and end of the day. So yeah, you have any business. I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah, guys, I'm calling it a day for this session now. But yeah, like I said, if you are here on YouTube and you're wondering what I'm waiting for, we want it to come up to, we want it to get up to this area here. It does look a little bit different on Forex, to be fair. Yeah, it's a lot higher, I feel. And it looks like if it does get all the way up there, it is breaking that trend line. So yeah, be an interesting one. Okay. Cool, guys. I will see you all very soon, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. Oh, I've literally just read the messages on YouTube. Yeah, what I'm going to do, guys, is actually set up my microphone, and hopefully that will get rid of the echo. I'm very new to streaming on YouTube, and I only really do it so that I can actually show my chart.